Hi. Well, I don't know. Um, I've been pretty busy getting Raf set up, actually. Shush, Stumpy. Oh, Stumpy's over there going off about something. God, he's talking a lot today. What's the matter? Talk. Yeah. No, Raf loved the idea of what we're doing. Yeah, she's right into it. I was surprised. But, I was pretty rough on it, too. I just thought, no, fuck, I've had enough of this. Shit. No, I want to change things. So, yeah, she's on WhatsApp. Oh boy, it's wait until you get a phone. Oh my Godfather, they're great, but you have these things called oh QR scanners. It throws up a little pattern that you use your phone to join up WhatsApp to. It's you have to sort of scan it, and it just links up, and that's how it registers. Yeah, so that just took me an hour and a half to figure out how to do that simple thing. They all so simple, and it is once you know how. Like Stumpy. He's talking to himself. Always talks to himself. Yeah, no, I'm talking to Boomba, okay? Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, no, she's but she didn't want to go on Skype. Yeah, you've all got your own things, and I'm just sick of pal. It's just Stumpy. It's just really an old-fashioned text thing. It's just getting so old-fashioned now. Um, I want to be able to communicate in different ways. Yeah, but yeah. So anyway, she's given me her number, and that should happen soon. And I've sent her a video. I've got her on the same channel, sort of set up as you. So it's taking me, a little bit longer these days. But I do love doing videos. I'm quite addicted to it. Um, yeah. Now I also sent you um, an email, and hopefully that will explain what I'm talking about. I think just better to actually. I thought that was an easy one. Just do it, and then you go, oh yeah, okay, I get that idea. It'd be a lot better than that, but that was just a rough out. I mean, and I would probably get a copywriter to actually, a person who writes the appropriate sort of copy, if it works. But I mean, because really, once this goes, I'm going to start giving over to the experts, get them, get. I'm not going to do me anymore. I learned that lesson. Um, I'm actually getting more and more excited about the platform. Oh fuck! I hope it goes. And it's just, but just to somehow, you should get the idea. It's promoting independent artists like yourself, really, who would, and then you just get bang instant. You might get 1 million views straight up, and then you pay 5% or 10% or whatever, of your income from that video, but it gets you launched. You've suddenly got, 1 million views or something, bang, just like that. Um, eventually, if we had 1 million customers, and I think if it works, we'll soon get 1 million. Uh, can you see what I'm saying? So it's creating, it's just the kernel of the idea is paper trail. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. It just started off as I just saw it in my mind's eye when you mentioned something. You're talking about balls or something like that, bang, just all came together, and it's just growing and growing. Oh fuck! I hope it works. It'll be just because I mean it would then it would you could either contribute to it or you could actually be a part of finding the artists, and contacting them and establishing relationships with them. Raf could get involved. What a great you're talking to really sweet cool people all over the world. So just getting them in, and um, it's just different. It's actually it's engaging artists, and then we just put them on an email, send them all off, and what have you. Because they're right down the back of a list somewhere. It's going to take. I'd say it would take a long time to get discovered. I don't know. I could be wrong. But if you don't have the wherewithal to advertise, then you're going to have to work up the list slowly. Sorry, I think that's the way it goes. Yeah, but this is a way to just bang straight out there, and and float off on the back of paper trail. But all of that has to be organised and what have you. And it's just you know, as I said to Raf, it's not about making millions of dollars. I don't give a shit. I actually want to set up. Oh shit, we're freezing here. God, I hate this. I've got to get a huge computer, something the size of an IBM computer. Go, 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 yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm wearing my computer out. It can't handle me. And I'm just loading it up so much. I've only got phone internet. It's just like, whoa. It's really saying, fuck, I just can't handle you, dude. You're just too much. Yeah, it's I need, really just get some heavy cabling, plugged into the back of some big sucker. I actually have this fantasy, but the only fantasy I do have is having screens, huge screens, not little ones like these big ones that I just touch, talk, and walk around in a nice, yeah. Rather than sit at a chair in front of a computer on a webcam. No, I want a whole fucking, I want a studio now, with a makeup artist, a director. I want to be the Alex Jones of whatever it is I'm creating. I love it. Yeah, but that's, no, I was surprised. Raph was just, I'd say she's just had enough of everything. And she looked very sad. She said she was very sad. Oh, I don't know, maybe, if she's bullshitting me, just fuck it. I've got no time anymore. Um, we're all down, we're all no money, we're trying to find our way through. I've got no time for it anymore. Any of that old-fashioned shit. No, I told her in the video, no, we get up, we get positive, we support one another, we try and look after one another as much as possible. We don't tear one another to pieces anymore. I told her also, we force a smile, we pretend to be happy, even if you're not, and you don't criticize yourself or others. You're not fat anymore, you're not this anymore, you're not that anymore, no, fuck that. And you're not wonderful, you're not, yeah, no, you just get rid of all that shit. Yeah, and you just put a smile on your face, and we just try and help one another up a bit. And this idea is expanded to, I was thinking of you, how on earth do you, um, how do you get established in the marketplace? Because there's more and more and more and more people coming in. And yeah, just try and help people. And it'd be just not, it's like people selling their goods, their stuff they grow in their gardens or whatever, and just try and help them out a bit. And I think apart from anything else, I don't know whether there's any fucking fortune in it or is it Microsoft. I'm not even trying to be that. It's just feels good, feels better. Because what's happening out there just doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? And you should see the video I sent to Raph. It was just, I was just laughing, smiling, the whole thing. And she's not used to me doing that because I'm normally like that. She sees me on cam the whole time. She was just sort of, like last night, I was laughing and having a joke with her. She was, I typed to her, and I'm sick of typing those. I said, Raph, are you going to start checking up on people with internet addiction? She said, no. I said, yeah, people that can't get out there and that sort of thing, keep going back to the internet. Yeah, they're going to start. I said, so the idea is to start, pretending you're sane and, practicing being sane. She said, I am. She meant she is sane. I said, oh, no, you're practicing, yeah, I know. But you're going to have to practice a lot harder because you're not convincing me. Yeah, so, yeah, it wasn't. It was good fun. But see, this is the thing. I'm now on a bit of an up. Things are powering along a little bit. So I'm back to what I was years ago. Um, because my family actually really, and everybody else just got me down and squashed me. That's good that I don't have anything to do with them. They're too negative. Yeah, but Raph was laughing like hell, and and then later on, Kurt came into the room, and you can never understand what he's talking about. Like I understand you. It's crazy, isn't it? Your second language. This is his first language. He can't write. He can't structure anything. It's just, and he's going off about these people at church and something to do with burnouts. And burnouts is what you do in a car. I know. Well, I don't know what it. Yeah, no burnout. Yeah, you rev the engine, and you burn out the tyres. It's such a waste of money. And they do it around here, and they just like 30,000 kilometres just get burnt out in 100 metres, and they sit there and there's smoke coming out and everything else like that. And I thought, oh God, because he said, oh, I've had a shit of a day, blah blah. And what's happening, I think, is the price of houses are going up, 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 up. And so they're borrowing against their appreciating asset because I only owe that much. Okay, so you got that much there, but all of this is sort of profit, but they're borrowing against it. So they're spending the profit that's in their houses now. So he'll go out and buy a car, or he'll buy this or buy that, all on a credit card. And I just sort of had this picture of him, he's 57 years old, doing burnouts in front of the church. Total waste of time, really. And I just cracked. I was doubled up and he couldn't understand what I was laughing at. It was too hard to communicate with him in type. Indeed. But it was just funny. It was a 57-year-old guy in a car going, something an 18-year-old, smoke and everything's wheels spinning. Yeah, donuts are when they go around in a circle. They leave a waste. I can't stand it. I used to drive around and think, because a set of back tyres are, a couple of $200 or $300, and they burn them out in a night, and it's just, I know it's horrendous, isn't it? But what's going to happen? Oh God, it's going to be dreadful. They're borrowing all of this money on this asset that's appreciating, right? This bit here, the big bit. That's how much they've paid off, that one there. So up she goes, up, 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 up. So the more they get, they can borrow. But what's going to happen is they're going to then have a huge debt. All that's going to be dead, right? The market's going to crash. Price of their asset, the real estate is going to fall. So their house will be worth that much, and their debt will be up here. So this much they'll be underwater for. So they'll spend the rest of their life paying this back, or walking away from the house. That's what I think will happen. They're all convinced, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. No. Real estate just goes up, 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 and away. Yeah, so I hope it's going to be an awful world if that does happen, because they'll be just faced with, like Kurt will be not a happy, jolly fellow. He'll be just devastated, thinking, how the fuck am I going to pay back all this money? I don't have a job. Best I can do is get a pension from the government, and I can't pay back anything. So that's the trap they're getting themselves into. That's the trap that the world's getting themselves into. They're doing it everywhere with all manner of things. So really, what we're doing, believe it or not, it's just because once it's set up, it's set up. There's no capital expense, there's no borrowing, there's nothing. It's just a few more expenses than I'd counted on, and I have to be careful here. There's be tax. Possibility of tax I have to pay. PayPal was 30 cents a transaction, and there'll be other fees. So I might have to make it up a minimum of $1. So at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be just even if it sells well, it's just going to be a regular business, I think. But the idea that I put in the email to you, I think it's just wonderful. I just think there's all sorts of stuff like that we can do. But I guess, in all honesty, I'm not thinking about the dollars so much as I'm thinking about, how can I give Rafi something constructive to do? That sort of, not data input. I mean, what a boring fucking life. But like, if she was to look after an area, either geographical, like England, for example, or something. I don't know. I mean, it's just, can you see what I'm driving at? I mean, it's like, I don't know how to do it. Like, you could look after, Germany, France, all those sort of places. Or you could find somebody else, or you could get your Italian friend to look after Italy. Maybe even put it into Italian, and do whatever we've got to do there. Get a voiceover and get the whole thing. If it's profitable, I don't know. I've had an exhausting day with WhatsApp. Yeah, so, I don't know. I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. Truly. Absolutely. And this is how far we've come in. What is it, 3 months? I'll be curious to see what Raf says after a while, because I told her, I said, no, I sing your praises. And I said, no, Boom is a really nice person. She's really supportive of you. and I would go as far as say almost the mother of the group. Like you were really telling me yesterday, no, yeah, you're being too rough on her, Bob. And I listened to you, and I thought, oh, okay. And I was angry with her. But not so much with Raph, but just with the whole scene. All this Stumpy, all this put down and abusing and all that sort of thing. It's just horrible, you know. And now that I'm not getting poisoned with it, um, my mind's free to think, like maybe we could email people afterwards and, offer more things. And I think if you have a look at that email, you'll agree. Yeah, no, I'll have to get it rewritten, get it done, because I don't want to do my own stuff anymore, my own writing. Basically that's the idea. But someone will come up with a much better way of putting it. Um, and I think a lot of young parents say, gee, that's a nice idea. Good idea. Helping like struggling people getting started. Have a look at it. What are they going to say? No, I don't want that. No, I only want the professional best for my children, which may be the case. But what are they going to do? Struggling independent freelancer or independent artist or video content. Stumpy, what are you talking about? I don't understand. He's going off under the bed for some reason. You've got bread there. Have some of that grain, the bush. Oh, Godfather. He doesn't want to go out. I don't know whether you can hear him or not. He just sits there and talks. It's company. Yeah, so, boom, in all honesty, thanks a lot. It's going well. You're actually, I think underneath it all, and it started with Raph actually, because you were never you were going to, finish uni and then go into the industry, and that's where you're going to go. So I never even considered you as a part of it, let alone that you might actually be instrumental eventually in helping put the whole thing together. I mean, who would have guessed? But it was more for people like Raph, who were just never going to go to work, never going to go to uni, and yet they wanted to be, and nowadays they can't even have kids. They used to have children, age 18, 19, by now she'd normally have 2 or 3 kids, but she's got 2 or 3 dogs, 2 dogs, the 3 can get along. So she's sort of like, what do you do with her? And the government doesn't know. And this is why I'm sort of looking at it, thinking, yeah, something like this would be good. And I think Raph would like talking to different artists as well, and what have you. I think she'd actually enjoy it. People like her. As I noticed in the room, it's hi Rafi, how are you, and blah blah blah. And it's she's quite a sweet person. She's not with me. She's a fucking total dickhead with me. But yeah, no, she's actually seen as quite a nice person to get along with. Yeah, wish people were a bit easier on me. God, I get sick of it. But anyway, yeah, so that's the whole thing is I still haven't finished putting that button in yet. I've been too busy setting up WhatsApp and doing bloody video messages, and I love doing them. But yeah, I think Raph might be number 3. I think it might just be able to get her on board, haul her out of the water, dry her off a little bit, towel her down, and maybe if it works, we can get it to happen. But so this is this world I'm trying to create. This could be 3 of us now. And once we get 3 settled in, we go for 4, or the 4th, and we just do them one at a time. Oops. Grrr, how I hate this. Stumpy! Can you hear it? Oh, there's a game. Find Stumpy in the tree. Jeez, he's hard to find. Oh, look, bugger this. This is not working. He is so hard to find in that tree. What's going on? Freezing up again. I'm going. Can't stand this today. Can't stand it. Boom. Honestly, a million thanks. Million thanks. Love working with you. It's been tremendous. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. I sometimes wonder who the mule is. I'm going. I've got to have some lunch, and I've got to get this button fixed. And I've got to find a movie because I told Raph I'd send her a movie and then the web page so she can understand it, get the whole thing. But anyway, I've got to get that done. What time is it? Oh, 2:15. Okay, talk to you tonight. Bye.